Hey guys, welcome back to my channel after a half a year. Today I'm going to be ranking my fast food tier list. Today I'm going to be ranking my favorite fast food restaurants on a tier list. That's what I meant to say. I haven't been on this channel for a half a year, so I forgot how everything works. Okay, Popeyes. I only had their chicken or popcorn chicken, but even that tasted kind of bland. So I think it's appropriate to go C tier because that was the only time I had it. So I don't think it would be fair of me to put Popeyes at D since I had nothing else. Chick-fil-A though, I'm not kidding when I say this. This is the best fast food restaurant I have ever had. Like no contest. There's no contest here. Their waffle fries are amazing. Their milkshakes are amazing. Heck, their ice cream in general is amazing. Their chicken nuggets are the best in the game by far. And their Sprites actually have different sizes, unlike the Burger King where I live. It's just awesome all around. Hardee's and Carl's Jr. I'm going to put at C like Popeyes because I only had their chicken nuggets, chicken tenders, and fries. And while the tenders were absolutely amazing, the best in the game in that department actually, the fries are mid at best. Now, Dunkin' and Krispy Kreme kind of interchange, honestly, but if I had to choose, I'd put Dunkin' at A and Krispy Kreme at B because I had Dunkin' Donuts more in my childhood. Though it is important to note I won't eat either. And neither in the town I live in, so guess that counts for something. McDonald's, I'm gonna say a solid B because their chicken nuggets aren't the greatest in the game, but they're better than Burger King, which I'll talk about later. And as for their fries, they are almost but not quite on par with Chick-fil-A's. Their sundaes and McFlurries are amazing though. I will give them that. Pizza Hut, it used to be amazing in the early to mid 2010s, but I do agree with what a lot of people say with Pizza Hut kind of going downhill, but I do not think for even a second that it deserves to go in D or F. So I'm gonna put it at a very, very strong, yet kind of low C. Sonic, D. I only had the pretzel. I'll go C here too, because I only had one thing: their pretzel bites, their pretzel stick. And while it is really good, the fact that it only comes with one is kind of disturbing. Now, here's the first D tier in my opinion. Arby's. The last resort when it comes to fast food restaurants like this. I'll still eat Arby's. Their mozzarella sticks and milkshakes are the best items on the menu by far. But honestly, their chicken tenders are mid, as is their roast beef. So I think D is reasonable. Annie Ann's is a solid A. Their pretzels, like, I can't think of anything bad for their pretzels. It just doesn't really fit well for lunch or dinner. I could see this being very, very good for lunch or breakfast or snack though. Same thing with Baskin Robbins. That's also going in A. Actually, I'll put it in S because although their Christmas holiday flavors are kind of middle of the road, their icing on the cake and beach day flavors are by far the best flavors in BR. Like, and it's honestly not even close. Dairy Queen, I unfortunately only had it a handful of times while I was visiting Hawaii last year. But every single time I got the chocolate chip cookie dough blizzard, and I was a happy child. Unfortunately, though, it was a treat, so it's not like I could get anything but ice cream, but overall, I think it's a very firm B tier for me. Now I have another D tier, which is Burger King. It used like as with Pizza Hut, it used to be so good back in the mid 2010s. Like 2015, I mean 2017, maybe even 2018 was the peak of Burger King for me. But it was in 2021 when things started to get downhill. Firstly, they discontinued the actual best thing on the menu, their spicy nuggets, replacing it with the ghost pepper nuggets, which got very quickly discontinued, and I didn't like the newer iteration nearly as much. Like, it doesn't help either that the regular, it doesn't help either that the regular, uh, nuggets taste like, taste like, uh, yeah, I'm not gonna go there with the nuggets. Their fries aren't really the greatest either, but they're much, much better than a certain restaurant, which I'll talk more about later. I do have to admit that, like Arby's, their milkshakes are one of the best in the game. But I have Burger King below Pizza Hut because you could immediately tell their downfall. In fact, almost every single one of the restaurants I've tried has at least some form or another of downfall, with the exceptions being BR, Chick-fil-A, and Annie Ann's. Well, and Dairy Queen and Sonic, because I've never really had either of those two. Cold Stone, though, I think this one is pretty obvious. S. Like, everything about... I keep doing that. It's so annoying. Everything about Cold Stone is absolutely amazing. But my favorite ice cream there is actually one that I would personally recommend. The Birthday Cake Remix. I won't go into detail because I have none in town. I don't want to torture myself, so to speak. But it is 100% a god tier, like Chick-fil-A. Now, let's move on to Denny's. This one had by far the worst downfall out of any of these restaurants I've tried, with the probable exception of KFC, but that's not saying much, given the fact that things have been going downhill for KFC since 2015. Denny's, their fries are absolutely the best their fries and mozzarella sticks are absolutely amazing for diners, but are absolutely horrible, have horrible tenders. The worst in my opinion, actually. Like, they're terrible. They're terrible. I do have to admit though, their pancakes are actually pretty solid. Five Guys, I think it's a solid B for me. I haven't really ate Five Guys much, but I had their fries a couple times, and they were awesome. Like, if I had to get one thing on Five Guys, I would get their fries without any hesitation. KFC, nowadays, I think, back in the day, it used to be S tier or A tier at worst, but now I think it's B at best. Though I'm probably just gonna go with C because, I mean, they've got rid of the potato wedges, which, let's be fair, were far from the best thing on the menu. Oops. But the fries were somehow even worse. I've never tried their fries, so I may be getting ahead of myself there. Point is, their chicken, although so good, the Hawaiian location of KFC kinda ruined it for me. I'll talk, if you guys want, in the comments, I'll talk more about that in a future video. Okay, Little Caesars, C at best. C at worst. Like, I don't know why people hate on Little Caesars, because location where I live is actually pretty solid, and their price is the best out of any of these pizza restaurants as well. And their deep dish is iconic. Speaking of next pizza place, let's talk about Domino's. A. Like, there's very, very little explanation needed. A tier is absolutely a good rating for Domino's because their pizza is consistently good. Panda Express, I probably should have put in I don't know because I've only had their fries and their teriyaki chicken one time, but the time I had it, it was actually pretty solid. I'll go C tier until I actually try it though, more though. Papa John's, I gotta agree with I'm sorry, Austin Evans, but I gotta agree with Penguin on this one. I actually think Papa John's is a solid S tier. By far the best pizza restaurant after Pizza Hut and Domino's started going downhill. Although Domino's was only slightly. Like their papadillas are amazing, although I only started trying it last month. And their breadsticks are probably better than their pizza, if that's even saying anything, because the sauce of the pizza has a great amount of sugar, but not so much that it's overpowering either. Now Taco Bell. A lot of you are gonna hate me for this, but I'm actually not that fond of Taco Bell. I'm not gonna say it's the worst, far from it actually. But the only good thing there is the Dorito Locos Tacos, and that's saying much given how much of a fan of regular Doritos I am. So I think it's a rather low C tier in my eyes. Cinnabon though. What do you need me to say about Cinnabon? Their cinnamon rolls are absolutely legendary in my eyes. Near perfection in my opinion. The only thing that would make this even better is if they had like vanilla ice cream that they served on top of the cinnamon roll. So I may be getting too far ahead of myself there, but I do genuinely think that Cinnabon is an S tier at the worst of times. If they added that one thing, it would easily be God tier. Alright, now let's do a quick honorable mention to Jack in the Box. I only had it like one time. Their fries, I don't think I had enough to give it a fair rating, because I only had Jack in the Box one time back in either 2018 or 2019. And my fries and chicken were both cold. My Sprite was watered down. I had it wait for a few hours, which I still don't know why to this day. But the milkshake was actually rather amazing. Now, I genuinely do believe nowadays that Wendy's is an F tier. There's maybe a very, very hot take, but the only two good things at Wendy's nowadays are their chicken nuggets, which, let's be honest, isn't really saying much for fast food restaurants, and their Frosty, which is actually the best thing on the menu. But their fries have gone downhill since 2012. And they've gotten even more downhill in the 10 years since. Oh, 11 technically, but still. Their fries, I'd honestly rather have a Wendy's meal incomplete axing the fries. Like, I don't like incomplete meals, but that's genuinely how I feel about their fries. They're just trash. They're worse than Burger King's, actually. I used to think that between Wendy's and Burger King's fries, Wendy's was the better option, but now I think they're actually worse than Burger King's, because at least Burger King's fries are actually soft. I like soft fries, not freaking chips. If I wanted chips, I'd have Doritos or Lay's. Alright, sorry about my rant, but that's my tier list. Do you agree? Let me know in the comments below, or disagree for that matter. Also, like and subscribe. See you later. Peace.